Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Amy Lopez, and today I'm here to speak with you about setting restrictions on the abuse of cigarette smoking in public areas because it is harmful, unfair, and careless of bystanders. Due to how popular smoking has gotten, every one of us has been put through an uncomfortable situation before in which we might be enjoying a day at the park, enjoying a nice meal outside, and suddenly we smell cigarettes. Or we might be waiting in line somewhere and the smell shows up again. And even through our mask now, we can still recognize it. It's weird though how specific those situations can get because, for example, on my way to work last week, I was driving by a school and a few cars and I came to a stop so the kids could walk across the street. And right as the kids were walking by us, somebody pulled the window down and started smoking. All this to say that whether or not you have consented, whether or not you wanted your kids to experience this, we have all been exposed to secondhand smoking, especially if you visited Europe. But Europe is not the target today. Did you know that according to the CDC, secondhand smoke is unhealthy for everybody as it contains more than 7,000 chemicals, including hundreds that are toxic, and 70 of those can cause cancer. Now keep in mind, secondhand smoke is even more dangerous for people with asthma, such as myself and many of you in the audience. But just how harmful can it be, right? Well, it can be deadly. In a study done by the American Lung Association, about 41,000 deaths per year are caused by secondhand smoke. Even more unfortunate though is that about 430 of those deaths are infants, as 35% of children in the US have been exposed to secondhand smoke. Now think back on that story that I told you at the beginning. I know there's nothing that I could have done to make that situation better for those kids, but at least we all together can. And we can do something about it. It all starts at the local level, really. With this speech, I am striving for action in our community to vote towards restrictions on where people can smoke. And we do that by creating groups in support of health for children and adults. We start by pushing parents to ask for change in school zones that prohibit the use of cigarettes. Small movements that can snowball. But no matter how we do it, we need to start small. Because banning smoking right off the bat will not work. Healthline research shows cutting a cold turkey can be detrimental to mental health, and more often than not, it fails. Nicotine addicted people constantly struggle with finding ways and reasons to quit smoking. And although banning smoking will be beneficial to non-smokers, it will be unfair to those addicted. For the benefit of all, we can start with baby steps by restricting it in the workplace. According to the National Cancer Institute, smokers may quit smoking altogether when a policy restricting smoking in the workplace is implemented. Or at the very minimum, they may smoke less cigarettes a day and can even shift from smoking daily to smoking only occasionally. With this restriction, we can give smokers nicotine replacement therapy, such as nicotine gums, patches, sprays, inhalers, things that do not contain the other harmful chemicals. We can also provide smokers attempting to quit with mental health breaks at work when they feel overwhelmed by the urge to smoke. According to the American Cancer Society, using nicotine replacement therapy can nearly double the chances of quitting smoking because it can help relieve physical withdrawal symptoms, making it possible for addicts to actually focus on the psychological aspects of quitting, all in a way to make this a progress, not a harsh cut. Now, I know that I mentioned cutting a cold turkey is bad, but for those who have not yet become addicted, a shift so small such as restricting it in the workplace can aid in quitting and lead to a reduction of not only first-hand, but also second-hand smoking, and third and fourth, and however many there are. From there, we can restrict it in parks, school zones, restaurants, outside areas, places where the most vulnerable are. Slow but strong change needs to lead this project. We need to stay conscious and be sympathetic to everybody around us. Because of us, the young, the old, the religious, and the non-religious, from every continent in this world, we can be the fighters to smokers. We can be the firefighters. We can put their fire out and help them breathe. Let's be understanding of their situation while also sparking change that gives life to smokers and non-smokers alike by calling for restrictions on the abuse of smoking publicly. Thank you very much. I hope this motivates you. Have a great rest of your day.